Hi, my name is Scott Hulbert. I'm a VMware Technical Specialist with LRS IT Solutions. What I would like to talk to you today about is how VMwareView can be used in a virtual desktop infrastructure. In the past, physical PCs had to be loaded with a DVD or CD-ROM, and it's a very time-consuming, complex process. Basically, you load the operating system with a DVD or CD, you load all the patches and everything that needs to go along with that, and then you start loading applications and configuring it for that particular user. Finally, it gets rolled out to the user's desk and they're able to use it. In the past, that's been an okay model, but it doesn't scale very well, and it's not very dynamic. If there's a problem or a configuration issue, it takes a lot of time and effort to get that resolved. The other thing is in more recent years, and what they're expecting to be happening in the future, is that the PC is not going to be the more dominant operating system in the internet and in the workplace. Things like the iPad, the Android tablets, or things running Linux, as well as maybe a MacBook, there's going to be a lot more pressure to support those in a business environment. Then in addition is everybody's concern about what do we do in the event of a disaster. How do we recover this environment in a new environment quickly, and how do we bring it up and operate in the way that we were used to? So let's go ahead and take a look at how this could be done. In a virtual desktop environment, basically you could use the existing PC that you have today. It could connect to a virtual desktop that would have all your applications pre-configured, and you'd be able to log in and operate and work just as if you were in a normal workplace environment. If there's a problem with this desktop, it can be deleted and a new one can be created from a gold image and be up and running in a few minutes with little or no configuration. Just log back into the portal and a new one's assigned to you, and away you go. You're able to be back up and running in very short order. Now, the other thing that can be used in addition to a normal PC is a thin client. Thin client is a very small PC-looking device. It's about as complex to set up as connecting a DVD player. And basically, it doesn't have any operating system to speak of. It just boots and allows you to log into the virtual desktop infrastructure portal and connect and do your work. But there's not a whole lot of things that you have to troubleshoot on a thin client, hence the name thin client. You can also connect from a Mac into the virtual desktop infrastructure, and the Mac can be connecting to a virtual machine that can be running Windows XP, Windows NT if you need to, Windows Vista, or Windows 7, regardless of what the client operating system is running. Now, the other thing that's nice is you can connect from your PC maybe at home through the internet and connect to your virtual machine at work. It'll look and operate just the same way as it does at work because you're connecting to the same image that you would be using as if you were sitting in your office. Applications will run the same printers would be available to you, and you can store your files and everything just in the same way that you do now. The other thing that's nice is when you're connecting from home, there's actually no files that are leaving the company. So it's a very secure environment. All you're doing is connecting to the PC at the work office, but you're not able to download any files to the remote location. You could also connect via an iPad or maybe something running Android or Linux, and you can connect through the internet to your production environment at work. Now, as far as recoverability, this can be replicated to a disaster recovery environment. The disaster recovery then would be facilitated. You'd be able to connect to through the internet to your disaster recovery PC, your virtual machine there, and in the event of a disaster recovery, they would bring up the servers, bring up the virtual desktops, and you'd be able to continue operating from any place that has access to the internet. As long as you were able to connect, you'd be able to operate and operate your functions just as if you were sitting at your desk. I hope this has kind of been an enlightening illustration on how you can have a more dynamic environment with virtual desktop that supports more operating systems than a standard environment and has a more recoverability than your typical environment does today. Once again, this has been a presentation of VMwareView, and my name is Scott Hulbert. Thank you for listening.